What's up, gang? We're gonna do something a little different today. I was working on the Mega Touches for like 2 days, and I need a hard drive, so I didn't really make any progress on that video. So I decided I'm gonna do this instead. I need to empty my tool bag and refill it and organize it a lot better. And this is something I was wanting to do with you guys anyway. I'm gonna empty this out, and then I'm gonna go through you and show you all the different tools that I put in here, what reason I carry them, kind of stuff like that. So if you're in the hobby or if you are in the business and you're looking for ideas for what you need to carry in your toolbox, I'm going to carry that right here. Be right back.
I'm Walter Day, the father of esports, and you're watching Matty Mo's Arcade.
And you know, it's that like whack-a-mole.
I'm getting ready to attack. Fanny pack attached. Tokens are all stacked. Got the mallet in my grasp. Waiting for the moles, hiding in their holes. Score, we're keeping tally. I'll be playing till they close now. Can't nobody beat my high score. You can't beat my high score. Can't nobody beat my high score. You can't beat my high score. I'm a mallet master, a single-fisted blaster. You can ask my baby, it starts slow then gets faster. I'm a record setter.
Alright, let's start with the most basic thing we know we're going to have, and that's some screwdrivers. And I have several that are out here. So this one is just a regular like 6-in-1. You got 2 bits, and then you also have a nut driver. And that comes out, and then you got your flathead bits and another size nut driver on that side. That's the one I carry in my pocket all the time. And then I just have 2 Phillips. You're gonna have, you know, one that's a little bit more rounded and one that's a little sharper. I think one is number 1 and number 2. I don't know if they're marked anymore. I'll find out, and then I will write it on the screen, which I won't, I'll forget. And then I have 2 flatheads, and then these 2 are the square bits. And this is the smaller one. I think one was 25, I want to say. No, that's the star bit that I use, or torque bit. I can't remember offhand. Okay, that's those. Then I have the magnetic, I don't know what you want to call it, 1/4-inch drive, or not even 1/4-inch. But I got all them bits, so that's just handy. This is my tool for breaking into games. It's just like a little mini pry bar. I found it in the parking lot at Harbor Freight. And I've used that to probably break into 40, 50 games. And then this is just a little small screwdriver, like precision. A little bit bigger than precision, but I end up using that quite a bit. And then I got a couple of these. I have a whole set of these, but these are the only 2 I use. Sometimes I use the bigger flathead one, but it's so you don't short anything out while you're in like the middle of a monitor. And then I got a set of picks. I have a whole set of these. I just couldn't find them for now, so I threw this one in there. But you have your different, you have like a hook, and this one's like some weird angle, and then this one's just straight. But those are really, really useful. Coin jams, no telling what else. And then just a couple more little flatheads. These are for like adjusting monitors or digging hand cheese out of control panels. A couple stubbies. I want to get the ratcheting stubby, but I haven't got it yet. It's one of those things where I always say I'm going to get it, but I don't. And then I love this thing, and I always forget to use it. It's just like a little finger tightener. So it's a ratchet, and it's a little hand ratchet. It's kind of cool. So I'm going to put these in, and I think I'm going to try to keep them out of here. I use these the most, and the stuff that I use the most I want to keep handy. Let's see. I think we'll go on the end here. And we'll put Phillips on the right side. And flats on the left. And this will probably be a work in progress. I'll probably change this 5 times while we're doing this. Okay, so those are the ones I'm going to use the most. So let's put in this one. Actually, we'll put these on the side. I've got room over here, so we'll put that guy there. I need, this guy's kind of tall. Okay, that fits all right. Let's go squares. Put here. And that leaves us with a couple more big ones. Let's see. I don't really like that. Let's see. This one I want to leave out because that's the one I always use. This one, these little ones I want to keep out too. And these, see, like little stuff I want to kind of go to the end. There's that one. It's the bigger one. I like to keep the finer tip point. They're both about the same. So let's see. So it's just too short, it won't fit on there. Keep those in there. Got another long one here. Let's see, another short one. Okay. Let's see. This is what I usually do with them. I have to stick with that. Perfect. Practically perfect. Okay, so and here on the end, this is where I want to do my little guys. This one I'm going to leave upside down so I can find it. Just a black handle doesn't tell me much. Okay, so Phillips, flathead, flathead. Phillips, super tiny Phillips, flathead, and my picks. Okay, so these we can definitely fit in here. That's much better. Stick this one way over here. Stick that there. Usually I have Sharpies in here and pencils and stuff on the end, but I will find a spot for those. All right, that's good to go there. And a spot for stubbies. It's not really a good spot. Or for now, we're just going to put them in here. But I don't think that's where they're going to stay. We'll put this little guy in there too. You see what I'm doing here? Okay. And what else can we throw? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and throw the scissors in here. And these, I think they're like $1 for 2 pairs or something like that at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. Always use those. And okay, I don't have that sitting out. So let me go ahead and look through and then I'll figure out what the next group of stuff we're going to put in. Okay, now we're going to go with pliers and shit. So these are my new strippers. I got these at Home Depot, I think. There's a different style than normal. Let's see if I can find a piece of wire. No, this isn't going to cut very good. So you look and you try to match it up with whatever gauge it is. Let's see if I can show that to you. Catch it in the light. So we stick it through here. It's going to be this small one, I think, over here. Let's see if you can see that at all. Same way as the other ones work, it's just a different style. They seem to be a little bit more stable. My other ones, I went like this and then the mechanism just exploded. The spring came out and I was like, well, I think I got, probably 2 or 3 years out of those. Okay, so I have lineman's pliers, and I have big snips. These are for like serious jobs, these two things. Regular size snips, regular size pliers, and then I have a whole set of these needle nose. They were on sale Black Friday. It's like 6 of these in a little case. The case was sitting here. But these are the ones I use the most. The thin needle nose. Let's see. And then, of course, like the little snips. And then I like these. These are a little thicker. They're pretty good. Okay, so these are my my crimpers for crimping Molex pins. Let's see if you can see it. They're old. That's an automotive set, I do believe. They work just fine, and I'll probably have them the rest of my life. But if I ever find a nice nicer set, I probably will, because these aren't great in the hand. And then this is from my let me grab it real fast. It's just right here. So this is the Home Depot Weller iron that they have. I think it's like $30 or $40, and it does fine. It's the thing that I do like about this is this plugs in from this back here, but your soldering iron plugs in here. So if you end up in a tight spot, you can always just take this off and then use your soldering iron just like you would if you had a single Weller. So I like carrying that one with me. I do have the appropriate Weller I should be carrying, but I just bought that one to throw in my travel box in case it broke. I didn't break one of my nicer ones. Okay, so we'll figure out where that stuff's going to go. Basically, all this big stuff with these handles is going to go back in here on these high spots, and then the stuff that I use a lot will go here in the middle. And then we have all this other good stuff back here that I'm just going to poke in wherever we can find a spot. One thing I want to do is this thing here, if you can see that, is almost every tool bag has got one of these. Is a little strap, and it's supposed to be for your tape and stuff, but I'm going to throw this wire on here too. Always good to have a little wire. And I'll put myself a roll of tape on there. And that actually is pretty handy. Once I started using that, I was like, why don't I always put my tape on there? It's what it's for. Probably put my keys there. Definitely have to have these. This one is the most important. I mean, you can always get these bits, just for your impact or whatever, but they're the security Torx. So they got like a little hole in them, and most games have these, where anywhere where you would get into the game itself, they're gonna have some security screws, like all the drivers. And I always put these right here. They fit perfectly. Okay. And so a lot of the stuff like the Sharpie. What else did I have sitting here? I have a couple ink pens, and I got I like to have a couple pencils because I use the pencil eraser. We'll just shove these in here. Let's see what else what other goodies we got. We got my dust brush. Got a spot back here. Okay. So like this really big stuff, I just hook like one. Well, that one ain't gonna work. I'll put it over here. I just put one leg in and leave the other leg hanging out, and I find it's way easier to get the stuff out of there. Put this over here. Okay. See how this goes. Okay, perfect. And the little guys I will put in this middle one. I got some flush cutters too, but I don't usually take them out and about with me. this guy I will just set in here so that it doesn't come unraveled. And then I got this for my impact. It's just an angle bit, but it is definitely handy. If you don't have it and you need it, you are in trouble. I'll throw this one in here. I'm gonna have to throw these upside down. Let's see. Also gonna need those a lot, so I don't want to stick them, bury them somewhere. There we go. I'm really loading up way more stuff than I really need in here, but it's handy to have. Okay. So I have first aid kit, which is always handy. Need like some burn cream too, but I'm gonna put these in here for now. I have 2 more. What I'm going to do with these is put some heat shrink in here. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Not really. I'll put different things that I need in this little one. I have another one somewhere. It's already half full. I set it down walking around talking. Now I don't know where it is. That's all right. Just make another one. And then I have this one that I'm going to put some other stuff in. I haven't figured out yet. But here's some butt connectors I'm put in here. Here's this one's really handy for like Mega Touches or a lot of games where you need a keyboard. They need that old PS2 style. And this has just got a USB on one end. That thing's really handy. I'm going to stick that in here. Let's see. I got a couple little screws. Won't hurt. I'm gonna hook us up on twist tie or zip ties. This is a set of the security bits. This is a Dewalt set. I think it's like $8 or it's not very expensive. And then I have, this is super handy, which I also have, I put the security bits in here. So that's mostly what I need. I have, Phillips head bits all over the place. But how compact this is, a nice little ratchet, and that's really nice for my tool bag. It fits in there really well. And then these are just like some emergency bits, because I always have a set of bits with my driver anyway. But when you need one, you need one, which is why these are in here too. And these are like if you strip a screw, you use these to back them out. They break pretty easily, but this set's actually done pretty well. Okay, we got some solder, so let's stick that somewhere handy. And put it up here in this front pocket. You don't want to put stuff that's like real short in a real deep pocket, because you just never know that it's there. Okay, so that this is just it's out of another set, but I use it a lot. It's just a adapter. I don't know where that socket came from though. But I'm gonna take this and lift this out of here. And then I got a little room underneath it for a stash. Oh, maybe I can't put it there. Oh. I see. It's got to be all the way up on that end. The bottom is got ribs on it, so you can't just set it anywhere. I have to show you guys the kitty. She's over here passed out. She is not interested in YouTube today. Check this out. Stole my chair and everything. Willow, is you sleeping? Okay. Well, I still got a spot open back here. We're gonna go with the MultiMeter. This one is, I think this is the best one for us for the money. It is MM400. So it's got, it does everything that we need, and it does have capacitance all the way over here at the end. but it only goes up to, I think, 400 microfarad. So it's not real handy. But to get the next one up that goes to like 4,000 or something, it's like $100, and this one was like 39 or 49. So the price is just there. I also have this. This is what I use for my caps. Yeah, it's still working. So I just put my 2 capacitor legs in this thing, hit the button, it tells me what it is. No unknown part right now. But this thing here was like $20 to $25 shipped. So the price difference on here and this one, even though it looks kind of junky or whatever, it's pretty accurate, and it goes up. It does every cap that I need it to do. So and that's on Amazon, $20, $25, something like that. But this has got to go into the pile somehow too. And so this is how I wrap mine. I point the pointy things down. I mean, I have other ones that aren't as pointy, but that's the ones I like to use the most. And then I turn it and face that part out. That way I don't screw with myself, poke myself every time I'm messing with it. And here's another pro tip. Like if you're working by yourself and you're one-handed, you put one in there like that in the back, and then you take your other one, let's say that it's free, and you can do like this, so you can hold your 2 things and read your meter at the same time. Not a huge tip, but it does come in handy. And the first time I learned it, I was like, big deal. And I use it all the time. All right, that guy's in there. And none of this stuff will be in this bag the same way the next time you see it, but okay, so this one, okay, we'll see if we can figure it out if I get in here. Once I get the impact in this last spot over here, it'll be easier to get that in. This is a button wrench. So handy. You always get in there and they're just so close to the control panel and so close to each other, you just can't do anything with it. And this thing, I'll just chuck here in the bottom in the middle. And that's probably what I'll do with this, but I'm going to get a case for that. I'll do that in the next break. We have some, I was going to call it swag. What the hell? Flux capacitors. Okay, still want to do some twist tie or zip ties. What the hell is this good for? Like, why do they throw these in kits? I get them all the time. I've never once ever had to use one of these. I mean, I get the idea behind the concept, but okay, it looks like we got most of that in there. I'm gonna try to figure out what else I need, and then we should be able to finish this up, and then we'll get the power tools in the bag in this spot over here, and then I want to take my my bit box and refill it with the bits that I'm going to use, and I'll show you guys, which ones are best to have more of. Be right back. About got this wrapped up here, so I pulled out some other things. I have to set that aside. I filled this up with some goodies. I'm going to put more in it too. This is just what I could find and round up for now. Some heat shrink. I'm going to put more electrical connectors there. Got some of every kind of pot that I had in my little kit. I got that thing for the keyboards, some super glue, and some Q-tips. So that'll work for that. And then, like we were saying earlier, first aid kit, the easy outs, and extra bits. And then have the flux that I was talking about earlier, and then some easy solder. And then I have my test pattern generator here, which I use to test monitors and use it to, it puts a signal onto the TV so you can see a picture. So you can see if it works, even if the game doesn't. And you can also use it to turn your dials and adjust your monitors and make them look real good. It's really handy. If you don't have one, I recommend getting one. And here, I'm not going to open it up, but I have a couple sets of these. I recommend getting a big pack like this. It's like $3, or they're like 4 for one set, seems like. So I got a bunch of those in there, and then I got a grounding strap in case I need that for any reason. So that's those. And then my brush, I got out some zip ties, and then this guy. Okay, so I have to get all this crap in there, but that's easy stuff. And some of this stuff will go in at the end, but I'm going to try to squeeze this in here. No problem. Nope. Got something in there. Oh. So we can put this in here. We can probably just throw these in here. Put them down at the bottom. All those goodies in there. Find a better place for this brush. It's another one of those things that I use quite a bit, but it doesn't seem like if you're thinking about it for arcade repair, you'd use an old paintbrush very often. Okay, so let's put this guy in here. What do we got? Still got some room here. Oh, let's drop that one. This is the part that sucks because you have so much stuff. You don't want to leave anything behind. You don't want to take a second bag. Because if I start packing up another bag, I might as well take my rolling toolboxes. Okay, so we're good to go there. We just have our power tools left to go over. And this is just what I carry in my bag. I got the heat gun, my impact, and then I carry this a lot too. This is the gyroscopic screwdriver, and the number is DCF682. This thing's awesome. So you hit the button, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, and then as you turn it, see, depending on which way you turn your hand, that's which way, and you go real slow. It's really neat, but it's a screwdriver, it's not a drill, so still need this regardless. This is my heat gun actually, and it's got 2 settings. I actually got it for like $3. With the 5 amp hour battery, it kicks ass, but if you put a 2 on there, it's not so good. And this is, let's see, the specs on it, DCE 530. But they were running on sale on Amazon somewhere around $75 or something, and I had a bunch of gift certificates. This one is the 787, which I really like this. The only thing I don't like about it is there's no adjustable speed, so your adjustable speed is your trigger finger, which that kind of sucks. Alright, so let's get this, like this. Let's see how we can. Sometimes they fit in here better than other days. We got this thing pretty crammed. Let's try to do it like this. No, we don't want that. Let's see, go this way. Not too much crap in here this time. There we go. I don't really carry the heat gun with me that often, but I've been doing a lot of wiring. And these next jobs, I have 3 in a row where I'm taking out monitors and putting LCDs in, just because really my time, I don't have time to fix any other monitors right now. This guy, let's see if we have room for it anywhere. I don't really need to take it. Put it back in the toolbox. Okay, and then so now our last few things I like to sneak in here. Gotta reach down here and get it. My knee pads. And every year it gets harder and harder to get back up, so I usually just shove them in there. I usually have a stick of soda or something down in there. Cram that in, and we're good to go. Ugh. Trap them in here. Maybe all the way over here. Ugh, come on. Oh, there's one on there already. Okay, we'll go there. That's fine. That'll work. It's super effing heavy, but that will work. So on this one, before I end the video on you guys, so I've tried everything that I could here. I got the motherboard, I think, fixed. I replaced all the caps, which the motherboard didn't look bad, just it had some caps that were starting to bulge, and not that many. So I replaced the caps. We did a new battery, new power supply, new ribbon cables, and still got absolutely nothing. I mean, it comes up exactly the same and says that it's you know, a disk boot failure or something like that. I can't remember which one it is. It's not the one that would tell you it's a hard drive. It's the one that tells you that it's not getting any information from the hard drive. And the hard drive itself, is you can hear it run, but I guess, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not real good with the hard drives on these things. I've had several that had like the older ones that had the CD-ROMs, and I never had any problems with those. I wish they'd just do compact flash. They probably have. I just haven't looked. I don't get into these too much. They're a whole lot of pain, and they're just not worth anything because your iPhone does more than that thing does. And then we got, I'm just going over the projects. This is the spare strikes and spares. I have a whole complete game that's going to be a spare, and that is going to be starting real soon. It's in Kansas. I just have to bring it home. And I'm getting ready to go there again. That's why I'm packing up tools. Getting a whole bunch of stuff from a buddy of mine. He's giving me some games and some parts and some boards and stuff, and just for fixing up what games he wants to keep. So that's going to be awesome for me. So we'll have some more projects to work on. Oh yeah, I have a brand new bit set for this thing, so that's why I didn't worry about that. But what I do is I take this one. You can buy these at Home Depot or Lowe's. They're just empty, and they're like $6, I think. Let's see if it's, yeah, it's okay, it's open. And so it's pretty nice. You can put, like, I got, you know, nut drivers down here. You can put your middle size here. You can rearrange this however you want. As you can see, it's like, you know, some kind of Lego container. And then I use this for the drill bits. So I can get pretty much everything I need all in this case. And usually, without the heat gun, this will slide in right next to the drill driver, or the impact, I mean. But turtles, I have a monitor now. I've got the, I have to cut this because it comes all the way down, and if you look, if this comes in and this comes all the way down, it just covers up too much of it for me. But I haven't decided what to do because it's really hard to get a clean edge on this plastic. There we go. Come on. What's going on here? Right. So it's like...
Can't fix something? Chuck a fucking wrench across the room. Be a man.
So you can hear the HD spinning. I can check the voltage, maybe it's not enough. And everything's coming on, but it has the disk boot failure, insert system disk, but right above it, it says check cable. Ethernet controller. I don't see anything there that's giving me any other clues. I don't know. If you think of something or know something, let me know. Right now, I am checking the hard drive. Doing this little auto detection here. Oh, yeah, my light on. So this is the second slot that I've done. There's, I think, 4 to check. Okay, nothing on that one. I'm having a feeling I'm going to have to get well, that was both primaries, so I'm going to have to get a new hard drive, I think. Unless my power supply is low, but it's new, so I don't think it is, and I've already tested it the other day. But to get into this, you just plug your keyboard in, and then when it comes up, you just hit the delete key, and it'll bring you up into this menu, and I'll show you where I'm at. Okay, so there's 3 of them. So here's where you start off in the menu, and then I came into that, and then I'm just going down to each one of these, and then hitting enter on the auto detection. Nothing. Okay, let's see if this happens to be here. Nothing. Alright, so it's just not showing up with a hard drive. This is where it should be here. So if this doesn't show up, we can check the voltages, but that's it. Every time I get a little bit farther and a little bit farther, then it's nothing. So let's see. I don't see anything else that's going to help us on the bottom here. So I will, I'll check these voltages, and if it is low or something, then we'll come back. But I'll come back in a minute whenever I find the part I need. Hopefully. I don't know where that is actually. That's fine. These 2 right here are going to be ground and 5 volt. So what do we get here? Did I not turn the game on? I didn't turn the game on. I guess that would help. Hang on.
Here it is. A nice little trade. The person I traded got what they wanted. I got what I wanted. And a pretty good deal on it too. Super hang on.
What I want.
That comes later.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on fire.
What happened? Whoa.
Lots of smoke.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching.
When you take care of people, people take care of you in this community.
That's the truth.
So everyone, please remember that. Even if we're competitors, we're not enemies.